Are you ready to become yourself? For years, dozens of people from all walks of life have turned to this one man, Leslie Tanner, desperate for the tools to reshape their life in our raised, godless world. Utilizing a unique blend of good-natured humor and brass tacks education, his innovative approach has helped innumerable people reach new levels of consciousness and personal power. Leslie Tanner, a controversial but selfless and massively influential figure, defies categorization. Since he and his life-changing program rose to fame, the expert class has desperately attacked him as a clown, snake oil salesman, or predator, attempting to silence him precisely because he is so effective at helping others become happier and more powerful in their own lives. From the most challenged, the mentally ill, handicapped, women, and mentally retarded, to the most successful athletes, entertainers, business owners, medical doctors. Regardless of your station, Leslie Tanner has committed his life to giving you the tools you need to transform your life. So, are you tired of being in near constant emotional and physical pain? If you could snap your fingers and have $1 million, would you do it? Is there a you buried deep inside whose power and will yearn to be expressed?
It's a whole life-changing program.
If they get half of what I got out of this program, they're going to have a much happier life.
It was fun. I really loved doing the program. I loved learning about myself. It was just amazing.
So if you have an interest in transforming your life once and for all, come along. I have so much to show you. In a moment, you'll have the opportunity to call the number you'll see on the screen and speak to me, Leslie Tanner, directly. Together, we'll tackle the most critical issues related to unlocking your true individual power and reaching your fullest potential. Let today be the first day of the rest of your life. Welcome to Explorations. Good evening, my sweet explorers. It is wonderful to be with you. It is me, Leslie Tanner, host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, here for another very exciting, very spiritually nutritious Explorations with Leslie Tanner. As we buckle up, we're going to review an emotion that sits within a cavern of gold, waiting to be mined, one overlooked, but we will tap into it tonight and head to the next level. That is spite. Tonight on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Namaste, everyone. How's everyone doing? Get that off the screen. Oh, that is so funny. That is so fun and funny. Namaste. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Get the fuck off the screen. Namaste, everyone. Welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie Tanner. What in the goddamn fucking... Hold on. Pepperoncini coming in with the subscription. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate that so much. I am sinful and soulful and pointing my perineum at the new moon. Now, a lot of people talk about perineum sunning, not enough about perineum mooning. That is to show your asshole and balls to the moon. How? Okay, I have no fucking clue how this happened, but just delete it. Okay, there. No idea. Blessings to you, my explorers. It is wonderful to be with you. How is everyone doing? Namaste. Uncle Crosif, great to see you, early bird coming in early. Namaste to Uncle Crosif. Everybody say hello to Uncle Crosif right now. It's good to see you in chat, bud. Blessings to you. Creamy goodness, namaste to you. Blessings to you. It's good to see you as well. Blessings. It's wonderful to be with you. Where the fuck is the hot dog? Listen, I guess let's just address it. Let's just address, Hypocryptomatic gifting a sub to Uncle Crosif. Hypocryptomatic, extremely generous of you. Also, kicking off what we like to refer to as a Jazz Express over here. So, toot toot, everybody. In just a moment, we will be aborting the jet. Is it? There we go. Namaste, everyone. Welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Starting off the stream, as we often do, with a Jazz Express. That is right. It is a toot-toot jazz time where we sit back, relax if you can, and if not, if you find yourself not enjoying what you see on the screen, sit tight, because it's going to be kind of a long period of this. You're not going to particularly enjoy it, and there's a lot to be spiritually, physically, financially. I watched a young man transform his life in a financial sense just by listening to jazz, which he fucking hated. Let's keep it going. Namaste, everyone. We're at Reality Check over YouTube.com. Blessings to you. Big Josh Baskin coming in with that prime, that sweet ass prime. Namaste to you. Pepperoncini with 10 bits. Blessings to you. Juniper Bush 2 coming in with 40 bits. Namaste. 40 bits, if you can imagine that. 40. Blessings to you. Wonderful. Good to see you. Also, welcome Big Josh Baskin for the 4th month in a row. But Josh Baskin, I love that username, by the way. Namaste to you. Hippocryptomatic, as always, thanks for setting this jazz time off. As much as you don't enjoy this is your fault. So blessings to you. Let's keep it going. Namaste. Blessings to you. I'm looking at Juniper Bush putting 40 more bits, and that's the last of my coin. Don't you worry. Juniper Bush, all I could possibly ask is everything that you have to give. Every single exploration, all I ask of my explorers is everything that they have to give, because what I want to give you is so much more than a few paltry bits. And if all you have is 80 bits, Juniper Bush, if all you have to give is 80 bits, well, God damn it, that's enough to get a little more than that back, which isn't going to be that much because you don't have the money in order to enjoy life. Blessings to you. But you know what? You can get, a little bit of something. We'll send you home with something, some sort of clarity, some sort of warmth. So maybe just some community, maybe just a couple laughs. Namaste, but I can't honestly promise you much more than that. Pepperoncini with a single bit. Stefan the Mongol. Jazz is like hot sauce. I love it, but keep it away from my penis. Let me see some ones in the chat if you've ever had hot sauce or just remnants of a jalapeno pepper on your penis. Let me see the ones. Or your labia. Ladies! Toot toot. Namaste. I saw some once. I saw a Dana Pagan mention that a little bit of hot sauce on the clit. Now, if that's not a perfect name for, either a smooth jazz song or maybe some good old, some Texas funk. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't a Texan accent, but you know where I'm going, right? You know where I'm going. Some down the bayou kind of hot sauce on my clit. I got hot sauce on my clit, and I'm not gonna move it. Let's keep it going. Lord. Texarkana, yeah, that's what maybe a little bit there, but I was also going for more of like a good, like kind of I hit my head kind of draw. Namaste. Stone Monster with 100 bits. Let's hear it for the ladies that love to have that hot pepper relish smeared and cleared. Namaste. I love that little the parlance of that. I love, smeared and cleared. Maybe up in Chicago, we would maybe consider that jardinera. Ladies, let me see some twos in the chat if you like to have some jardinera put on your clit and then licked off. Or smeared and cleared, as Stone Monster 400 put. Namaste to you. Let's keep this jazz training going. Toot toot. Namaste, everyone. Blessings. I'm seeing a lot of toots and a lot of tutus from that clitoris comment that I made. Namaste to you, to the ladies who like having that jardinera put on the clit. Blessings to you. Now, right before that Jazz Express, I want to thank everybody. Well, first of all, I want to thank everybody for contributing to that Jazz Express, who demanded that jazz keep going, who pushed us forward, very generously pushed us forward, allowed the jazz to sort of shape the experience that we're about to have collectively, communally, as we come together as individuals, but come together as we are here as a collective, both separate, both together, both in both a heaven and hell, the sort of bliss and torment of where do I end and you begin, and vice versa. Namaste. We will ask that question once again here at Explorations, but we will not answer it. We will not answer it because answering is death. No answers. Questions only, no answers. And this is yet another question. Where do I end and where do you begin? You go in either direction and people say, we're all individuals, right? And you got to take care of yourself. Everyone's by themselves. And there's an element of truth to that. But I also know inside of them that they help people sometimes. You go to the other end of that. Go to the other end of that. And you find out that somebody who says we're all connected. We're all connected. Relax and just and connect and relax and be with the oneness of everything. You're a vibration. I'm a vibration. Let's just vibrate within the oneness that we are. And in that spirit, you will see that person do the most heinous acts, the most despicable, disgusting, individualist acts that you've ever seen. The greed coming from that mouth will be unlike you've ever seen before in your life. But there's only questions to that. We do not seek to resolve. We seek to harness the power. We seek to orbit that black hole. That black hole, the point on which the universe condenses infinitely chaotically. That's where you will find the power of the next level. Namaste. Blessings to you. Great to be with you. My name is Leslie Tanner, host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, put it frankly. Oh, namaste. Stone Monster 400 with the psychic emergency.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer Stone Monster 400 to issue a psychic emergency. I think the pro-hotdog terrorist group has hacked into the mainframe guru. Glizzy war has began. Hot fucking dog. Cheer 100, cheer 100, cheer 100. Repeat. I think the pro-hotdog terrorist group has hacked into the mainframe guru. Glizzy war has began. Hot fucking dog. Cheer 100, cheer 100, cheer 100. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
Yeah, I mean, over the break we had wait a little bit. I mean, the production team and I had it out. The production team and I had it out. You know, it was up until showtime. About 10 minutes before showtime, we had come to a decision together. My name is on the program. I authored this. I am responsible for transforming the lives that come to me, Leslie Tanner, for guidance, for clarity, for the tools by which to transform their lives. And what happened is they said, okay, fine, if you're going to pull that rank, you're going to pull it all the way to the end, because I said I'm going to walk. If you don't get that hot dog off of my screen, I'm going to walk. And I said, okay. We did some test runs. We do our pre-showtime little engine check. No hot dog. Then when I boot up the system, set it free, I sat here and began to do this program with you. What do I see on the fucking screen? What do I see on the goddamn screen? But if not for a tiny little hot dog. So whatever I got to do, I need a new production team. They're officially fired right now. Weakness, says Phantom Zork. Well, how about this for weakness? You're fired. Production team, you're fucking fired. I can't blame you all because you're children. You're a bunch of toddler, baby bird, like just pure water-brained like morons staring at me looking for tools as you should be. So I can't blame you for that. For using what's given to you by these terrorists, as Stone Monster put it very aptly. No, you're not magnetic.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer Pepperoncini to issue a psychic emergency. Cheer 300. This is me eating a hot dog. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Repeat. Cheer 300. This is me eating a hot dog. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
Do not, my friends, become addicted to hot dog. It will take hold of you and you will resent its absence. Now, if you think I'm not paying attention, see, Old Man Doom brings up a solid point. And if you think I'm not paying attention To which of you in the community have been lobbying for this continuation of the hot dog bullshit, for incentivizing my production team to do a whole mutiny on me, to attempt to do a coup d'etat. If you think I'm not paying attention to who in the chat is doing that, you got something to learn. There will come a day that you will regret. You will regret playing this fucking game with a hot dog. Those that have been loyal to me, loyalists, foolish mofo, hey, instead of hot dog, what about a giant eggplant? No. Foolish mofo, that's a dumb fucking idea. Thank you for the bits and everything, but yeah, okay. No, I am angry. I'm angry with a lot of people. I'm angry with a lot. I don't like being put in this position. Denounce hot dog, accept the program, says Psyduck with a gun. Thank you so much, Psyduck. How about this? We're setting up a purge. All right, we're setting up a purge. First of all, I got to get rid of this production team. They're gone as of now. If you're on the team and you are working towards, the stuff that we're working on, you're off. You're off the team. I'll get new people to do this shit. I'll get new people to make these little text thingies. I'll get new people to set up the little commands so people can do stuff in the chat. If you think that you run this show, I'm sorry, it does not say explorations with no-name retard, idiot, terrorists. That's not what it says. It says explorations with Leslie Tanner. It's my show. It's my program. And I'll be goddamned if you nincompoops are gonna make me look like an idiot. Beef Supreme, they're gone. They're gone. New production team entirely. We're getting a new one in. We're installing a new one. I don't know who they are. We'll figure it out. I'll put it up in Craigslist or something. How hard could this shit be? It's not worth it. Even if it is difficult, it's not worth it to have these mutineers around. So, yeah, I am. I'm angry. I'm pissed off. And let's get to going on spite. So, listen, as I've said before, Data Pagan, yeah, I'll let everyone know. If I fish around town and I can't find somebody, I'll be opening it up to the community for a production team. Namaste. Now, guys, let's get going into tonight's show. It's kind of an appropriate way to start off, oddly enough. Quick announcement, though, before we get going, I just wanted to mention the community of Devoted Light at patreon.com, my inner circle, the hosts of exclusive videos, of music downloads, and what have you. Dishman Dishes, if hot dog is such a burden, that phone number is definitely in the way of your gorgeous top of your... If hot dog is such a burden, that phone number is definitely in the way of your gorgeous top of head. Well, I appreciate that, Dishman Dishes. The number is important, though. The number is critical to the program. Because if not for the program, then how would you contact me, Dishman? If not for that number, how would we get in touch? That phone number is there for a reason, because I need to get in contact with all of you. You all need to get in contact with me. But if the hot dog's gone, tell me. Somebody could enlighten me on how the goddamn program is affected. Wonderful. P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois 60647. Write me a letter, send me a postcard, send me a little package, anything. I love opening it up on air and sharing with you all what has been shared with me. It's truly a highlight of my time with you spent is getting to interact physically with objects that are mailed to me at the P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois 60647. The community touches our guru with their hot dog every time we We hot dogged. Touches our guru with their hot dog. Yeah, I can't take that any way but phallically. Every time there's a little hot dog, every time you put hot dog, you're thinking of it phallically. See, once again, it's a distraction. Okay, moving on. I'm not indulging this shit anymore. Now. Okay, I'm not indulging this shit anymore. Anyway, so P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois. P.O. Box, that's the P.O. Box. And tonight, guys, I want to just mention briefly, real quick off the top, the community of Devoted Light at patreon.com. For the price of a cup of coffee a month, you can have access to an exclusive library of videos, music downloads, getting stuff in the mail from me, getting your name in the credits, any number of things. Also, an exclusive way to contact me, Leslie Tanner, so that I may delve more deeply into specific topics that you present. Now, namaste to my community of Devoted Light who joined over the last month-long promotion. The tapes will be going out by the end of the month, as well as the prints, as well as the 3 people that came out on top. Quinn for having won the Bad AI art competition, and ABBA and Flying Video. You guys will all be receiving your stuff via mail. I'll be shipping that out by the end of the month just to keep you all abreast. Namaste to you. But if you would like to join the ranks of my inner circle and really access some next level tools to bring your progress here within the program to the next level that we speak about so frequently, go ahead, type final journey into the chat to be prompted with instructions of how to join my inner circle, the community of Devoted Light at patreon.com. Namaste to you. Namaste to you. Also, community of Devoted Light, there's a little, oh my God, Slarty, thank you so much. 1 year of this is 1 year of this is Slarty Bard Fasty. Namaste to you. Namaste to you, Explorer Entrepreneur. I didn't know you were out of business. Namaste to you. I love that. Okay, so hot dog is out. Namaste. Okay, Old Man Doom, we've got, this is a funny little question. Okay, so hot dog is out, yes, but when is the next meatloaf stream? That's a really good question. We should maybe get to that. I enjoy doing the meatloaf stream during a little bit colder months. It's pretty hot. And when it's hot, I don't like to load up on loaves of meat. We'll see. We'll see what cooks up, but I want to save that for maybe a fall time, maybe a welcome fall, autumn sort of vibe, a endless infinity scarf kind of vibe, but meatloaf. Maybe that. Maybe we could think about going in that direction. Right now it's about 87 degrees, even warmer in the studio. So we'll see how that progresses. Thank you. Appreciate it. But that's definitely on the list. That's definitely on the list. Old Man Doom. Now, the community of Devoted Light, if there's a little bit of an update on the text channel of the Discord for you guys that I posted, video forthcoming, but, I had to sort of revamp a little bit, and some updates you can find in the Discord. If not, the video that I'll be posting post-haste by noon tomorrow will be up. But namaste, everybody. It's great to be with you. Let's get into the theme and let's get into the calls. I need to open up the line. I got to talk to you. I need to talk to you. Because tonight, what we're getting into, we've covered at least once on this stream, because it's that important. Because there's that much gold to mine in this desolate cavern, seemingly desolate from the outside. And that is spite. That is spite, everybody. The power of spite. Now, you go to any spiritual leader, you go to any therapist, and odds are they're going to tell you that spite, anger, resentment, jealousy, rage, depression, anxiety, that these are negative things. However, that is only to the mind of a very soft, inexperienced child. Now, if many of you share my opinion, which I know many of you do because you've been here for a while and you've seen the program work in your life, you know that when I tell you that spite is actually good, I'm not just blowing smoke in your pee hole. I'm telling you the good Lord's truth right now. I'm telling you the honest truth that spite is good for you. Communal Vision. Those mental health professionals are just spiteful that the program works. Arrow OK is onto something. Arrow OK is definitely onto something. It's so funny that those that, they profess that certain things are negative and that we should stay away and that they're unhealthy, when in reality, they are the most repressed individuals that you'll ever see. You'll ever see across your little visage. You'll only see the most repressed, sort of clammed up, weak and soft individual to tell others that spite is bad. That, that communal vision coming in from Beef Supreme. Thanks so much, Beef. I'm more of a 7-Up guy myself, but Sprite's Limon Lime goodness is a close second place. Cheer 100. Well, appreciate that, Beef Supreme. That's not really what we're getting at. That's Sprite. And fantastic drink. Don't get me wrong, but we're talking about spite. We're talking about spite. So, okay, the spite situation. Now, there are several things, there are several ways that spite can be your friend, an animating force. It can be as something from just a little top off of the gas tank. Maybe you're at work and you finish a little task, right? And it's time to show something. It's time to show. You sprinkle a little spite on that to let that little tail feather wag back and forth. Yeah, I did it. Yeah, you can't touch it. Yeah, nobody else did it. Yes, I'm superior to you. Yes, I outperform. Yes, I'm smarter. Yes, I want it more. Now I'm going to say sprinkle a little spite on that and they'll get you through the finish line really in a glorious speed. Now, let's go ahead. What's something else that we could show spite to? I don't know. Maybe our parents. Let me see some ones in the chat if you had a weird childhood. I'm guessing many ones based on the tone of my conversations with you. Weird childhoods, abusive childhoods, left at public places for hours at a time. Maybe you were hit by something. Maybe you were ignored. Maybe you were mentally manipulated. Maybe you were touched. Namaste. I'll bet there's a lot of you guys in the chat right now. But let's tap into that. Let's use that to our advantage. Namaste. Little did you know that this abuse that you endured, while it maligned your life and made it so that maybe you will never stop suffering to some extent, but it also gave you a massive tool. Let's tap into some spite into our parents. Maybe they said you can't be something, you can't do something, you're hideous, you're ugly, you're fat, you're not talented. Well, maybe you're looking for motivation and all the positive little reinforcements that therapists gave you to combat the negative messaging of your parents. Maybe that works for a little bit, maybe it doesn't, but I guarantee it'll fail at some. But you know what won't fail at some point? Spite, hatred, anger, resentment. I want you to keep that vinegar in your bloodstream while you're working out, while you're tootling on your craft and you're doing your things, you're doing your this and that, and you're trying to get to that next level in your craft. Well, how about sprinkle some spite? Inject the turkey baster of spite into the neck hole or the puss or the ass or whatever that hole is in the turkey. You put the spite in there. Namaste. Larry Picklejar gifting a sub to Cartoon Therapy. Namaste to you. Blessings to you. Thank you so much, Larry. Really appreciate that. Blessings to you. Now, let's go ahead. The third example I thought of, when I open up the lines, I want to hear all your examples. I want to hear all your brainstorms. I want to get to it. I don't want to waste any time. We're going to be going through call after call after call tonight. I want to get through examples of how we can inject spite into our lives and relish in the benefits and progress therein. Let the program work in your life. Let spite take over. Now, the most advanced use of spite that I've seen that both I myself participate in, as well as many of my students, many of my patients they put this in place in their lives, and then that is spite for God. Now, you might be thinking, I don't believe in God. Leslie, I don't know what to do with that situation. I said I wave bye to organized religion. I wave bye to spirituality. Maybe I did mushrooms a couple times, and I smoked weed for a period of my life until it made me too anxious, and then I stopped, and now I'm just kind of a low-level miserable, but I still don't have any sort of God situation. And let me tell you this. I'm not saying you have to literally believe in God. But what I'm saying is that our de facto religion of objectivity, our de facto post-enlightenment religion of science, that science will deliver us from the unknown. Science will treat death as an illness and rid it from our lives eventually. Science will lead us to a most perfect, complete, unified knowledge of the universe, both inside and out. These are religious beliefs, ladies and gentlemen, and past our point where we can say, I understand this, I know what the atom is, I know what a subatom is, I know what's out there in space, I know blah, 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 blah. At some point, you're going to come across a line in the sand. You will come across a line in the sand on the other side of which is the unknown, the abyss. The formless taking shape and coming into form in our lives, namaste. And for that region of being and non-being, we need a roadmap. We need an attitude. So for lack of a better word, let's put God out there, put a face on it, put him in some robes and then hate him, spite him. Spite having been created, spite having been given form, spite the moment that you rise from your dreams and shape comes into your consciousness as you relate to a shared physical reality, meaning fills in from directions you don't understand and never will. I am trying to get into my zen and take in what you are saying, but the fact the hot dog is shrunk to nothingness, I can't concentrate on anything else. 7 Dragon Ball, that's a you. That's a you thing. I mean, that's also you've been around for. I think you are up for the challenge. 7th Dragon Ball. I think you're up for the challenge. I think you're basically what I'm trying to say is that you've been around the block. You know, you've seen the program work in your life. I know you have. We all have seen it work in your life. And what I'm saying is that maybe take this as a challenge. Maybe you're becoming too attached to this large phallus, this seeming large phallus that I can relate to and manipulate freely, publicly, so that everyone can see. I can put the big penis on the screen so everyone can see. Maybe this is for you. Maybe it worked out tonight that the production team, as fired as they are, made it very tiny so that you'd have to think about your tiny penis. Phil Z, hot dogs is the meat of serfdom. Interesting point. Let's get into that, Phil. Go ahead and call up. Now, spite for having been given form, spite for having been given a self, spite for dooming you to existence, namaste, for arising you from a slumber, an ancient slumber of non-being. The only appropriate emotion at most times when confronting God is spite, resentment, vitriol, namaste. So yeah, we're going to get into spite. There are a million applications of spite, ladies and gentlemen. As many people as there are, we will have new approaches for spite and how we can put it in place in our lives, inject it into our lives and let the program take hold. Allow spite to animate us, either on a superficial level, just a little bit as a fun, if you want to act a little cunty maybe, because maybe you did a little hole-in-one at the putt-putt against a friend, and you want to be a little bitch, and you want to say like, and you just want to like rub it in their face for the rest of the day. Go ahead and sprinkle some spite on there. But we can take that to the depths of hell from the heights of heaven, and we can find God and crush and kill and maim and obliterate God and self through the act of spite until spite becomes us and we become it. Namaste. Let's go ahead and open up the lines. Lines are now open. 708-240-8953. Frankentzilla with 100 bits and a communal vision. Thank you so much, Franken. Human consciousness is spite, an existential affront to God. Namaste. Human consciousness is spite, an existential affront to God. Well, yeah, let's get into that. I think I know what you're talking about. I think there's a little bit of nuance to it, but I'd like to suss it out with you. You want to give a call? Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I could call you tonight?
Oh my God, it's Genomatic.
Genomatic, how you doing? How you doing, hon?
Oh my God, how are you? I missed you guys. Hi, Niche.
Jen says hi, Mish.
Hi, Niche.
I don't know if she's in chat.
Whatever.
Well, namaste. Well,
she is in chat.
Is she?
Anyway, yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yep. I am so into spite.
Let's talk about it, Jen. Why you're so into spite? You sound experienced. Let's chat. What does that mean to you?
Oh my God. Even tonight, I talked to my BFF, or best friends forever, and he told me that, like, at the time that I'm, what did he say, 75? That he will hold my hand, and at that point, he will spite all the people around us, and then we can hold hands. It's spite.
Right. So we're talking about.
Oh my God, and he's a comic.
We're talking, Jen. We're talking about, you're being old on what I imagine is implied is that you're on your deathbed in this situation.
He said he's gonna keep me in a basement for like 10-ish years, and then in a hallway for maybe 5-ish.
Okay, sounds good. You got a plan. That's really nice. Not a lot of people have a plan like that. Jen's prison name is Spite, says Phil Z.
Phil. Thank you. Oh my God. My best friend just told me to fuck off. What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
I don't know.
What are you going to do?
Right?
Well, listen, let's go. I don't want to get too far past what you shared about spite there, right there, Jen. Is that you said that you've got a friend who's willing to hold your hand, be there for you emotionally, physically, as an act of spite. Now, can I ask, Jen, spite towards who? Towards what? Can you help clear that up for me?
I was like getting into that with him a little bit. And I said, and I'm like, well, what do you mean? And he's just like, just wait for it. Just wait for the basement. And he was laughing like a jackal. It was like a jackal sound. And whatever, I signed the paperwork. I can't wait. I can't wait. Best friends.
I didn't understand a damn thing that you just shared.
Okay, I'll tell you about spite. Do you want to hear about it?
Yes, go.
I told you before. Okay. I was at the playground, and they banged my head against the tree a lot. And
right, when you were a kid, I remember you telling us that they threw you into a tree.
Okay, yeah, they did. That's spiteful. They touched my privates.
Right.
That's spiteful. But don't worry, I got them.
I don't know if spite is the right word for that, but I see where, keep going.
Well, I was spiteful. Why do I need to keep telling that terrible story?
Why do you need to?
Leslie?
Did you just ask me why you need to keep telling that childhood story?
Example of spite.
Jen, did you just ask me why you need to keep telling that story?
Oh, cripes. Are you making an example of what I just said?
Yeah. Do you feel like you're getting in trouble now? M. Robert Cobb, namaste to you. Thank you so much. Explorer, general physician, blessings to you. Hell yeah, namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much for subbing for the 4th month in a row. Blessings to M. Robert Cobb. Welcome to the 4th month of your goddamn rest of your life. I'll bet it feels so good. I really appreciate your warmth and presence. Jessica Bears also coming in with the resub, 25th month. Jessica Bears, Explorer makes women feel uncomfortable. No message, just kind of a silence, eerie silence. Happy 25th month anniversary to you, Jessica Bears. Namaste.
I mean, duh.
What?
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, it is a little eerie. Hey, did you see the fireworks? Oh, yeah, that's right. We were all together. Leslie, take us off. You know what? I feel like the subject tonight is good. What is it?
And you have been terminated. Namaste. Thanks for getting us started off on the right foot tonight, Jen. Namaste. 708. Thank you so much for those bits, Larry Pickle Jar. Blessings to you. 708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. Tonight we're talking about spite. Spite. Not the drink Beef Supreme, not the drink Sprite. No. There's something very gay about the internet, isn't there? I stand by that. I stand by that. The internet is gay. Kind of open and close. You know, you hear that? You hear that question from me. And I phrase it as a question as to, you know, allow you to lower your defenses to the truth. That is, the internet is gay. Namaste. 708-240-8953. We're discussing spite, how to put it to use in our lives and get us closer to that next level that we speak about so frequently here on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie Tanner, host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the program with which we explore the universe, both inside and out, to unlock and unleash the power within. Yes, it is a power that you vaguely sense you possessed all along, but a power that you've been afraid of. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I could call you?
So my best friend just wrote me this. Okay, Jenny, love you, which all the happiness the world can offer, which, well, isn't much, but you deserve that little bit of happiness that hits in your heart here and there, that is telling you the entire world how amazing you are. Love you, kisses, get out there, laugh out. I just got a double mint gum. Okay, fuck off, faggot.
You can't say the F word, dumbass. Jen? Suck in that gut, Jen. As much as I wish that we could all use these words freely, expressively, Larry Picklejar, namaste to you. Larry Picklejar, terminating. No, she did. She said the F word. Listen, as much as I wish we could all let it rip, all right? Across the spectrum, not just that word. I'm talking about every horrific word, image, action, anything. In the compound, anything goes. No, most assuredly. You've already been terminated.
Oh my God, was that fast?
Somebody also else call in. Somebody else call in, please. 708-240-8953. Jen, you said the potty word. I know you can hear me. No, it's not fuck. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
Y'all can call me Chair.
And you've been terminated already. Namaste. Arrow, okay. I'm doing this out of spite. Now, there we go. There we go. Now it's clicking. Now the hypocriptomatic with 1,000 bits sort of protecting herself in that sort of classic way. You said the F word. Listen, Jen, you said a potty word.
All right, big whoop. Everybody calls me an L word every day, all the time.
What's the L word?
Well, what?
What's the L word, Jen?
This is a setup.
Lesbian?
Lesbo.
That's not the same thing.
Why? My gay friends like F.
Listen, I'm not saying. Listen, it's not my rules. It's not my
but
rules.
We don't have any rules. There's no rules because there's no other rule other than the F word.
Twitch.tv has a rule that you can't say the word that you said.
I might as well be gay AY, and then I can't say that. I have no rights.
Are you crying because because you said the F
I'm
word?
Yelling. The F word is that's the F word. That's saying fuck in front of your father, dude.
Phil Z74. Jen is a LARPer. Spite this caller.
No, I'm not. I would like to be though. If he knows anywhere like around here where I could LARP, I'm totally super into that. I'd like to get into it.
Well, you were protected, but somebody threw a termination up, and you were protected. So. Okay.
Well, that's a whoop whoop. Oh God, Leslie. How about the 4th of July, huh?
F slur. Yeah, no, that's the word. Listen, I wish that we could just say those words all day and all night, just scream it out into the heavens, get it all out of our system. But unfortunately, Twitch.tv.
TV? We're on TV?
Essentially, yeah, we're on someone's TV. So Guru, when does an act of spite become a smite? Interesting.
Oh my God, Leslie.
Coming from power.
It happens when definitely like your VCR gets stuck and you're going to say a word up into God, and you will smite them.
Okay, well, listen. You listen. I got to make time for other callers.
Guess what?
What?
I have my time. Ask me the question to the.
LARP on these nuts behind Dollar General store, Jen. That's from Stone Monster.
I'll take it all. I'll take it all like a punch.
Okay, you're done. You're done. You had a call. Yes. 708-240-8953. Someone else call in. Please. Seven 240-8953. Thank God. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you?
Hey, Guru, how you doing? It's Psyduck.
Psyduck, how you doing tonight, Psyduck?
I'm doing okay.
Doing okay, he says. In. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, tonight, Psyduck, we're talking about spite. All right. I want to take you right to task. I want to stay focused tonight. Spite, Psyduck. When I say, can you tell me about a time in the past, Psyduck, that you did something spitefully?
Did something spiteful.
It could be good or bad to help yourself or hurt or whatever. I don't care what it is, as long as it was spiteful.
My roommate about 2-3 weeks ago let me know kind of a little bit too long after the fact that they had some of my Trader Joe's granola bars that are, very specifically in my portion of the cabinet, not to be shared. And noticed a few of them were missing, didn't say anything. They told me, they came clean. But as a result of that, I, in big air quotes, mistakenly left a lot of their new produce out on the counter later that night. And they were working late, and so a bit spoiled, but, not my problem. Yeah,
that's beautiful. So I'll recap this just so I can understand it. So this roommate ate some of your granola bars from Trader Joe's, which honestly hit a nerve with a lot of people in chat. They felt that one when you said that. So
don't touch the fucking granola.
This roommate ate your granola bars and didn't tell you about it soon enough. They tried to kind of get away with it for a little bit.
Correct. It's one of the multi-packs. You have them in there. You kind of reach in. You maybe don't notice 4 or 5 out of a 12, or larger pack is missing. And then you get down to none and you start to have questions. But you already know the answer to that question because obviously you only have one roommate. And, raccoons, as far as I know, don't get into my house, at least during the day.
Sure.
And that food is...
Arrow, okay with a communal vision. Where is the line between acts of justified vengeance, as in the caller's case, and acts of spite? Are spitefulness and justice...
That is very true.
Exclusive?
So would you say that's a vengeful act or spite? Because also part of what I would like to learn tonight is maybe the difference. Maybe I've been more vengeful than spiteful. Is there even a difference? Doesn't even matter.
No, I'll tell you right now. The difference between those two things, because you can seek out like a vengeful act, vengeance or revenge. You can do those things spitefully, but you could also do them solemnly. You could do them ragefully, and it's a very specific word that describes something that you're doing. You could be doing vengefully. There's definitely an overlap in that Venn diagram, but I don't think they're necessarily the same.
That's fair.
Imagine, you're in a movie, right? You're a protagonist in the movie, and it is your duty to avenge to avenge your father. The problem is your father was kind of a piece of shit. You didn't really like him, lazy, kind of like was passive aggressive with your mom, made your lives a lot harder. You had to grow up faster than you otherwise would have needed to. But this guy fucking crushed him with a wagon, and you got to send your whole adult life out trying to, get back at him. Now, I would describe that act of vengeance, if you were to murder that man, as not quite spitefully, but more like begrudging vengeance.
Okay. That's fair.
So let's get back to this produce.
Yes,
let's get back to this produce. So the produce situation the produce situation. I love that. First of all, I approve of that. And did you? I have one question though. Did you do this after he told you?
I did wait until after they told me yes. Obviously, I knew from the get-go as when one or two were missing that what the deal was. But so yes, maybe that does potentially lean more towards spite. Now, I will add that there was no real full apology. More, I did have to bring it up, and then it was more or less I thought those may have been mine, I didn't know type scenario, which
right.
Of course
has he ever bought those granola bars?
Not the same flavor, but from Trader Joe's. I will say this person tends to be more of a Safeway shopper, which I feel that says
right. So they know he's sucking on a rich teat. He's got the smell of rich breast milk on his breath. He's a poor peasant, honesty, dumbass. You're working hard. You're bringing home the good shit for yourself, and he's mooching.
As I like to say, middle class retards. They're Safeway shoppers.
Phil's, I love that. I'm going to remember that. Phil's, Hypocryptomatic with the communal vision, he's not even giving us the juicy stuff, says Hypocryptomatic. I feel, I don't know exactly what you mean by that. Hippo, can you enlighten me in the chat? Phil Z, did you make love to said produce? Is your roommate a vegan? So did you fuck the lettuce or whatever it was? And is your roommate vegan?
No. I did not do that this time. In similar situations, maybe back in college, I may or may not have spunked in a particular piece of produce and then left that back available to be edible for the other individual. But I've progressed past that. Now, could I in a lower moment, still regress to that, absolutely.
Sure.
Would I like to? Maybe. But as a semi-grown individual trying to work through the program, I feel like you have to be concise, with your spitefulness, especially the older you get. But it's kind of like a fine wine.
If I could push back on that, Hypocryptomatic says you sound like a real keep it on 72 share. What?
Keep it on 72.
Does that mean anything to you?
No, if you're talking about if I'm like thermostat watching, I am one of the first people to turn it down as low as possible. So
right.
That's not the case. This individual, I will say that this is more geared towards the particular individual. If it was somebody that, maybe I liked a little bit more, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. This person just kind of a generic piece of shit and, more or less have to coexist with them for at least another 6 months until the lease is up. But listen, I love it. I love that, you decided that I'm not going to take it. I could let this go. I could kind of repress my spite, my anger. I could let my boundaries be crossed and just so that we could pretend to be pleasant with each other for the rest of the lease. But you said no. You said fuck that. You said, let's take this to the mat. I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to, in a very passive-aggressive way. This guy kind of sounds like Lesbo Gin, says bunch of poots. Okay, so an example of spite is I would like you to give me their IP address, and then I'll just take it from there. But outside of that, see what else we have going on.
Barry Spell, welcome to the program. Namaste to you. Phil Z, thank you so much for that gifted sub to Stress Yoga. Blessings to you and namaste. Thanks so much for joining our rank Stress Yoga. And Phil Z, very generous of you. I really appreciate that. Extremely appreciative of that tonight. Now, listen, before we go, I just want to wrap things up with you. I think you know exactly what we're talking about. I think you know exactly where we're headed and exactly the use of spite. It can be such a spiritually productive thing to use. Now, what I'd love to see from you, though, is I'd love to see you take it to the next level. I'd love to see you take this and really expand on that. Now, I love that it's a wonderful start, but I'd love to see you maybe take that spike to someone that maybe that's closer to you in your life, maybe a sibling, or you have any siblings?
I am an only child, both fortunately and unfortunately.
Okay.
Both my parents still alive, though.
Okay. Well, I would say maybe be spiteful with one of your parents. Are you close to your parents?
Not really. My mom closer than my dad. I think they got divorced when I was like 2. And then, I didn't really hear from him until mid-teenage years. But, maybe a little bit of spite there when I was younger, but kind of the older I got, I just really didn't give a fuck and didn't have many opportunities to be spiteful.
How about maybe get him tickets to a show that he's gonna fucking hate. You can act like he's gonna bond with you or whatever. I don't know. What kind of music does he like?
My dad? Oh fuck. Classic rock.
Get him, get his ass to tell him that really fake this intimacy and just be like, listen, Dad, if there's one thing in my life that I've never shared with you that I can't wait to share with you, I think it'd be really special for us to experience is dubstep. I just love being on the floor. I love the sound of the bass. I love the community. And then take his ass to a dubstep set.
Okay.
He won't like it.
He won't, no, but I feel like, I'll workshop it.
Yeah, there's something there. I just want to get you started on maybe taking this to the next level. But namaste to you, Psyduck. I really appreciate your energy tonight.
Yeah, namaste to you, Guru. Please, if Jen calls in again, anyone else instantly terminate. Continue the spite, and the program works. All right.
The program works. Namaste to you. 708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
Hey, Leslie, it's Skevin.
Skevin, welcome back to the program. Skevin, how are you tonight?
I'm doing okay.
Wonderful. Talk to me. Skevin, tonight we're talking about spite. I'm going to take you right into the belly of the beast of tonight's theme. Spite. Talk to me. When I say spite to you, how familiar are you with spite in general? Is it something that you steer clear from? Tell me a little bit about this.
So I can be a very spiteful individual. I hold in a lot of, like I said before, a lot of passive aggressiveness towards other individuals. So, like case in point, we have they're trying to stand an HOA up in our neighborhood here. And the people that want to be in an HOA are just like some of the worst people in the world, right? They're a bunch of Karens that just, they're guys that sit at home and they drive around to report other people. And it's just a fucking horrible situation. So,
right.
And we've been actually trying to fight this with a lawyer, right? So I really despise the individual who has been placed as this HOA president. And so the only way to get rid of individuals like that is to really just make their lives complete hell. And so what I've taken a few steps. I don't know if I should bring this up on here, but I will say that some of the things that I have found that work really good is I have bought rape seeds and I mix them with some wet turf and like some gardening soil. And I started to do it during the winter, and I would put it into little balls and I would slingshot them onto his roof so that when it starts to rain and in the spring and you see, and he got like a lot of moss and everything that would start growing on the top of his house, and it got down inside of his gutters and everything else. And it just really makes it just an absolutely horrible situation for him. Because that's just like massive damage that can be done. And, he's never really going to know that someone was slingshotting that onto his roof. And then there's another one that I have up the street. There's 3 individuals. And then the other guy, he's just a complete asshole. I've actually caught him cutting across my yard to take pictures of my neighbor. And it's fucking annoying. So I had taken fox urine and I froze that into ice cubes and I slingshot that onto his roof. And whenever that melts, it is just the worst smell that you can possibly have.
How did you get fox piss?
You can order it online.
You just straight up order fox piss online?
Yeah.
Why would somebody need to do this? Hunting reasons or something?
Yeah, I think it's that. I don't know, like scents. You can buy deer piss. You can buy all kinds of stuff.
Deer piss I knew about. I just didn't know fox piss. Wow, interesting. So, listen, I love this. First of all, we can all relate to the hell on earth that the HOA can bring to any of our lives at any moment in time. If we are unfortunate enough to live in basically a spiritual ghetto of an HOA-dominated territory, then we all know the heights that our spiteful aggression can be raised to levels that we never thought possible. Phil Z, Skevin, have you ever tried slingshotting a whole ape buttock onto your neighbor's roof?
Like one of those red-assed apes? Is that what he's talking about? Like a big red ass?
Yeah, let's go with that.
No, I've never done that.
Nope, never done it. Not a bad idea, though.
I tell you what does work good, though, is if you get valerian concentrate. Have you ever heard of that?
No, tell me about it.
Yeah, so valerian concentrate, it's kind of like, it's an alternative for cats. It's more of a calming effect that they have instead of how catnip does for cats. And so one of these individuals on the HOA has like a shit ton of cats. It's one of those cats peoples that's, you know, they've got like 50 million cats and they're like fighting each other and everything else. So
Communal Vision from Larry Picklejar. Caller, join the community of Devoted Light based on their address and call them out for getting gay postcards delivered. That honestly, I would send them. I would design a postcard for them if you ever did that. You just let me know.
That's pretty good. But the valerian concentrate, if you take that and you freeze that as well, right? And then you can slingshot it into the back of their yards, especially for people that have like a shit ton of cats. And like I said, it's an alternative to catnip, and it gets cats it can get them aroused. And so all it is you hear massive, you know, screaming. I don't know if you ever heard cats have sex, but it gets really loud and really bad. And like that, like it gets like when you have someone that has a shit ton of cats and you get this in their backyard, like it is absolutely hilarious to just listen to this massive cat orgy that ends up happening.
Yeah, I went through a whole phase. Of cat, you know, watching cats fuck in my neighborhood. Now I listen. I think Skevin and as soon as you mentioned your passive aggression that we've discussed before, I knew immediately that, you know, you're one of my strongest explorers in this area of spite. To know that you've got an HOA coupled with your disdain for, you know, casual authority, not even just casual authority, your disdain for authority in general, knowing that this is all floating around, and how extremely practiced you must be in spite, and not just spite on a low level, but spite in its many variants, many shades, up until it's just full-blown outward aggression.
Yeah.
So your experience, you're all over the board on this, aren't you?
Well, yeah, I mean, the whole point of spiting is to what you're going to try to offend or annoy somebody. Just try to irritate individuals.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that is literally what I'm trying to do. These people have decided to, you know, force their authority onto me in my house. So I feel like it's my duty for the individuals within the neighborhood here to completely make their stay here as uncomfortable as possible. So just because these people are just absolutely horrible people.
Just they're little pieces of dog shit. They're absolute spiritual dead weight in their own lives, on their families' lives, on their communities' lives. Stone Monster 400 with the communal vision. Could you sprinkle impregnated weed seeds all over their properties of the HOA people? And Marcin the Mad, thank you so much for that. Oh my God, hitting with that sub. Marcin, extremely generous of you. I love with the Prime. I love, because that Prime is a coveted thing to me. You know, even in my past before I started streaming, I'd hold my Prime sacred, because even if I was broke, I know I'd have that Prime to kind of sprinkle onto somebody, and it meant a lot. So it means a lot to me coming from you, Marcin. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Larry Picklejar, caller, HOAs are awful, but have you ever considered you are the problem in the neighborhood with all this animal piss and chemicals?
So this HOA was stood up, and we're fighting it, like I said. But the person that they put in as the HOA president is one of those douchebags that literally gets in his car and drives around the neighborhood and will get violations on people and then go and report them to the city. The reason why they're trying to stand up this HOA is because the city is like, hey, we're tired of fucking dealing with this. You guys need to have an HOA to deal with all of this bullshit. So this dude's literally creating the problem, and then he's acting like he's the fucking solution. And so this person has every single thing coming to him. Like, if anybody in this chat has anything else that they think that I could do, like, I don't know, chucking wet diapers on his roof in the middle of the night when it's getting ready to rain or something like that, I mean, hey, I'm all for it. Like, please message me, DM me. I mean, we can come over, we can make a party out of it.
Namaste. I love this. And what a perfect night to brainstorm on that. What a perfect community to brainstorm on how to ruin this dickhead's life. Namaste to you. Listen, I really appreciate your energy tonight. Skevin, you've been very forthwith, and you've definitely given us a lot to think about and pushed a lot of us to, maybe extend ourselves in the realm of spite. Phil Z, Communal Vision. How about this? Borrow a really whiny baby human, in parentheses, and put the baby in the dude's car?
I mean, that might work. I mean, that'd be really shitty if there was a baby in there and it was really hot out or something. But, I think going and finding a baby might be low. Would you get something like that on Craigslist or something?
Lots of liability for you. Yeah, lots of liability for you. Potentially speaking. Everyone's got one of these Ring cameras, nowadays. Everyone's got a Ring camera. So, that would maybe be an easy catch. You with a baby.
That douchebag's got cameras outside.
16 hours before they discovered a baby cooked in the back seat. As effective as that would be, because that would really fuck up somebody's, at least a couple, their morning or something. Listen, Skevin, this has been really wonderful, and I appreciate your energy tonight. Is there anything else that you would like to share with us before we go on to our next caller?
I just want to say to everybody, I mean, in all honesty, don't take anybody else's shit, right? Like, this is your life, and you only live it once. Live it the way that you want to. Don't let these douchebags or whoever else it is give you such a hard time, right? Mm-hmm. Be spiteful. Show them who you are. Make yourself stand out. Make them question every single time that they do something that they're questioning, why are they doing that?
Namaste. Beautiful. I love that little speech. Blessings to you.
All right. Namaste.
Namaste. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Hassenpfeffer. I got to read a Communal Vision. Hold on. Hassenpfeffer, the Communal Vision. Pest control services have to remove skunks and take them somewhere to be released all the time. I'm sure with a little incentive, they can have a new drop-off spot. That might be interesting. Hassenpfeffer, thinking outside the box. Using the bureaucracy to your advantage. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you?
Just me and David. I'm so proud of Kevin. He sounded really great, I'd like to say.
Right.
He sounded spiteful, but not all the way that he was going to rain down hell. I don't know that feeling yet.
What feeling?
They're not rain down hell.
Of wanting to rain down hell, or the act of doing it?
Hey, man, you run the show, man. By the way, I have a block.
No, you don't.
I don't know how.
It got terminated already.
Oh, yeah. No, guess what?
You just got...
Excuse me.
You've got 5 seconds. If I don't see you on the screen in 5 seconds, you're done. 5.
I swear to God.
4,
No. I can't even do that.
3,
Leslie,
2,
wait.
1. I was already very generous with you, Jen. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you?
Hey there, Mr. Leslie. This is Randy. How you doing?
Randy, I'm doing great. How are you doing tonight, Randy?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic. Managed to get out at least 3 cars today.
And what was that?
I managed to get out 3 cars today, so I'm doing absolutely fantastic.
Oh, fantastic. Wonderful. Listen, Randy, tonight we're talking about spite. We're talking about spite. And can when I say that word to you, how familiar are you with spite in your life? Is it something that you're aware of, that you use or feel at any certain time?
You're saying spice or are you saying spite?
This is for blocks or whatever other bullshit 7th Dragon Ball keep track. Namaste to you. Larry Picklejar, extremely generous of you. Namaste to you. Beautiful, man. Beautiful, beautiful act. Beautiful, generous act. So we've got 5. It has been given a 7th Dragon Ball to delegate 5 blocks or 5 here and there. It's up to 7th Dragon Ball. Okay, so Randy, what did you just say? Say all that shit again.
Were you talking about spice or you talking about spice? Like spite?
Spite, like Sprite with no R. So we're talking.
I don't drink Sprite.
Yeah, we're not talking about spite. I'm talking about spite, the emotion.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you face it every day over here. You know what I'm saying. I'm working on the car lot. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that happens. Last time I experienced that, I got my revenge on this single mother. She didn't buy a car for me, right?
Right.
So what I did is I ran her credit 4 times, and I never let anybody know.
Randy, I'm just now connecting the dots that you were recently a contestant in our Infatuations with Leslie Tanner just a week and a half ago, and I want to, even though you didn't win, I want to congratulate you on a formidable performance in that contest.
Who said it was what the goddamn fuck you mean it's a performance? Sorry about my language there. Sorry.
No, you can swear. It's all right. You just can't say the slurs you can't say.
Now, they said at my Alcoholics Anonymous meeting, when I have a very strong emotion, that I should try to keep it within and not exert it. But what do you mean I'm playing a character?
Are you an alcoholic?
Possibly. What's it to you?
I'm a spiritual leader asking you a question about your alcoholism, Randy. Why don't you just answer the question? I'm your bud, all right? I'm on your side.
Result of spite? Are we trying to keep on topic with spite here, Mr. Leslie, or are we going to talk about my alcoholism?
We can listen. We go where my mind and my heart are being pulled. We can get to spite. Are you saying that it's going to be too difficult to start talking about alcoholism and then not get to the emotion of spite? Okay, how about this, Randy? Do you feel more spiteful when you're fucked up or when you're sober?
When we're talking about fucked up, what exactly are we talking about?
Drunk. You're an alcoholic. Phil Z, I spite my liver. Screw that slut. Phil Z called his liver a slut. Not
Amen
me.
To that.
Not Randy. Not me. Says Randy sounds resistant to the program working. Randy, how does that feel to hear?
Program working. I would let you know that I pay my due process by having that $25 on the Patreon. They again, going back to my Alcoholics Anonymous, they said it was a good thing for me to reach out and communicate and find different places to where I can talk and communicate and interact with others.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I would say the program is working, right? At least for me, slowly but surely.
You are putting up a little bit of a fight, though, Randy. I'm going to question you. I'm trying to follow this conversation along. I'm trying to give you the tools and perspective that I feel you need. And what I'm getting is somebody sort of digging their heels in, just going limp, like a little toddler going limp at a CVS. You're forcing me to drag you along.
How do you make a connection like that? I have to say, I don't think I've ever seen a child being limp at a CVS.
Well, I have.
Come on.
I have seen that. I was at a CVS, and this kid was being held under his mother's arm, right? And he was squirming, laughing, squealing, and screaming the whole night long as I wait in line behind where his mother was trying to hold the space in line. Then he wiggles out, goes free, heads over to the makeup section, drags both of his hands across all the mascaras, all the nail, all the polishes and what have you, causing a massive, this is going to be hours to clean up, goes down another aisle, fucks it up. Then, when I see them again, she's dragging his limp body through the store to leave the store, and he's laughing his ass off. But you're the toddler in that situation.
Yeah. You know what, Mr. Ledford? Realizing and thinking about that, right? I think that kid might have some spite.
Say that one more time. I couldn't understand through your accent. Say that again.
Actually, it's just the goddamn way I talk. Anyway, I know that kid being dragged in CVS. I think he has some spite. And I think I see what the type of connection you're trying to make towards me. I think. I don't know. I barely graduated high school. I mean, that's why I work in car sales. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, we have a psychic emergency, actually. But, remember that thought. Let's pause for a psychic emergency just for a moment.
All right.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer Eric to issue a psychic emergency. Cheer 300. This caller seems to have a lot UHV spahet fare through program. Repeat. Cheer 300. This caller seems to have a lot UHV spahet fare through program. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
I think you're onto something. And we've got another communal vision from Phil Z. This caller seems to have a lot of spite for the program. Now, this is a really excellent observation, Arrow. Okay, once again, really proving that you are off to a very big start here in the program. Phil Z, Randy, have you ever sold a car, then ran over a skunk with it, then handed over the keys, meanwhile signing them up for extra insurance package?
Well, you see what the fact of the matter there. The car wasn't even run. We actually threw it, me and my buddy Jim, we threw it in neutral, and we cost him like that. But it wasn't a squirrel. It was a raccoon. So I think that's close enough. But you're 90%, yeah, essentially.
And Gripple Chew with a communal vision. Namaste to you, Gripple Chew. Blessings to you. We ran into each other, and blessings to you. And a guided meditation for There can only be so many figurines in a Russian house. Nested egg doll. Scientists will have you believe that scientists are an infinite number. But that's bullshit. The word bullshit rings out through your mind's eye. And the feedback. The feedback loop continues until your sense of the passage of time is now passed, and you are a universe of my sound, my voice, saying bullshit. Namaste to you, and blessings to you, Hippocryptomatic. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Now, Randy.
Yes, Mr. Leslie.
Listen, I love your spirit. I love your spirit. I think, Arrow OK brought up a second ago that you're expressing some spiteful feelings within and for the program, but through which you're participating to a pretty high level as a community of devoted light member. And I just want to say,
I would say show. I lost the show. I think it was completely rigged.
The infatuations.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely, rigged. Mr. Leslie.
What's rigged about you getting your ass fucked on TV? Hold on. Stone Monster 400. Hey, Randy, have you ever thought about just saying yes to Sunny D? And do you know anyone named Corn Pop?
Now, I will tell you, I have had some Sunny D. I want to say, was it a American Travel rest, rest stop? That was back in my trucking days, but I don't think I've ever heard the name Corn Pop. I've heard someone named Popsicle, and apparently they gave the best head, but I couldn't afford it that night.
Well, sounds good, Randy. I really appreciate it. Listen, what you've done for us tonight is what people, artists refer to as show, don't tell. We can talk about spite all day long, but for someone to step up to the plate and show what it is, what it means, what it looks like in action, I think is a gift that will keep on giving as long as this stream goes on. So I genuinely want to thank you for your spite, for your angst towards me, towards the program. And I want to thank you for your generosity and your gifts this evening.
I mean, I think it's more so just against you, Mr. Leslie, about those comments you said about me.
No, I mean, you lost. You straight up got your ass beat in the competition on infatuation. Is that what you're referring to?
No, it was more so about you saying, I'm a horrible human being. You know, I don't deserve anything. All I'm known for is scamming and all that sort of stuff. I'm just trying to make an honest living out here, you know.
Yeah, I never said that. Did I? I never said that.
You said some stuff pretty close to it.
Yeah, but you heard what you wanted to hear. I say exactly what I mean to say at all times, and that's not some shit I would have said. So, namaste to you. Have a wonderful night, Randy.
Yeah. Namaste, you, Mr. Leslie.
Namaste. I love Randy. I do. I love Randy. I do. I really. That was a fun call, and I love his spirit. Randy, if you're listening, I want you to know I love your spirit. I do. Listen, I literally can't let you talk anymore tonight because you said the F word, and if Twitch looks at like I'm letting you back on, then I can get in trouble.
My name's Jenny.
Namaste. Well, it's break time, guys. I got to take a piss. You guys allow this moment to focus your mind's eye and to set your intention for the second half of this program, as well as stick around. Thank you so much, Arrow OK, for the termination. Goodbye, Jenny, and let's usher... Antarctican chicken. Namaste. I love that username. Thank you so much, Arrow. Okay. I don't know who you're protecting. Let's talk about that when we get back, because I got to piss. Stick around for also a couple words about the community of devoted light. Lots of stuff to be had and gained over there. Blessings to you, and let's get. I'll be right back. I have to pee so bad.
Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Since Leslie and his program broke onto the scene, Explorations has become the #1 best-selling and most influential personal power program in modern history. Millions of people from all over the world have gotten a chance to meet this truly remarkable man and utterly transform their lives with the power of Explorations.
I listened to this introductory tape and I knew then and there, this is what I needed. I felt just so much better knowing there are a bunch of people out there suffering like me.
I'm not kidding you. I think after the first tape, I knew, okay, I'm gonna be fine.
I got such relief from the very beginning of starting the program.
Now that you've gotten a taste of what this program is capable of, it's time to show you how to take your life to the next level. Here to tell you more about what is possible is legally licensed clinical therapist, author, coach, speaker, entrepreneur, martial artist, amateur musician, one of the nation's foremost thinkers, and our guru, Leslie Tanner.
Good evening, everyone. Whether you've been with us since the very beginning and have watched Explorations work wonders in your life, or you're joining us for the first time tonight, I say namaste to you. As you've watched Explorations in action during our call-in show, no doubt your mind is reeling from the limitless potential you now know is possible. Between the tailored themes and lectures, to the myriad avenues of exploration through the channel points, to the customized ways to interact with me and the community, there simply has never been anything quite like this program. Now is usually the point in one of these self-help programs where it starts to sound like a sales pitch. Someone like me might normally say something like, "Listen, I know your time is precious. Let me cut to the chase." But there's only one problem with that. We know your time isn't precious. I could speak at length for hours and hours about absolutely nothing, and I still wouldn't be wasting your time because, well, you're here, looking for a fast, all-encompassing solution to the problems in your life that have become so intolerable, you're not sure what you're going to do. You may be considering any number of extreme decisions, ranging from short-term band-aids to more permanent solutions. However, as dark and bleak as your situation is, so too must our tools be bright and revolutionary. So whether you're tired and looking for more energy and enthusiasm for life, or maybe you're lonely and isolated but want better relationships, let me tell you that for these things and so much more, my breakthrough program of explorations to explore the universe and beyond really works. It's worked for elite performance athletes, critically acclaimed artists, best-selling authors, entrepreneurs, and for thousands of others just like you. I have been blessed by the universe for a brief moment that I now command upwards of $50,000 for speaking engagements. But through the technology of this program, you can hire me, Leslie Tanner, as your personal therapist, coach, and guru, all rolled into one at the Community of Devoted Light on patreon.com. Where you and thousands of others just like you are learning to leverage the chaos around them to catapult their lives to heights that were previously unimaginable. Here's how it works. I've created a tightly knit community where individuals seeking to access the next level are able to study, reflect, meditate, and grow with an ever-expanding library of exclusive materials, each containing life-changing tools and techniques designed to explore topics covered here in our call-in show, but much more deeply, therefore increasing the benefits of the program exponentially. These materials include your name in the credits at the end of the stream, demonstrating the importance of your leadership and the value of your investment. A signed personal postcard sent out each month full of observations and witticisms by me, Leslie Tanner. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Exclusive video materials now available to the poor, designed to rocket your progress past those who cannot afford success. Here's a little sneak peek at what you're missing. Today we have a very special guest, Edgar. Edgar, why don't you go ahead and say a little something about yourself?
Hi, my name is Edgar. I used to be a meth addict, and now and now I'm high on life.
Edgar, be honest.
Okay, I'm high.
Downloads of all specially crafted music used in our productions here and elsewhere that have accompanied your journey thus far. Tracks such as New Beginnings, Psychic Romance, Reaching into Darkness, or The Skeptic's Gamble. Exclusive archival prints such as these, channeled and honed by myself, Leslie Tanner, upon which you can guide your own meditations at home. I'm not an artist, nor do I claim to be. These visions are a burden and cause me immense suffering. But I do it for you. Now, You might expect that a program like this would cost thousands of dollars, but because I'm offering this to you through the internet, these life-transforming materials can be yours for the monthly cost of a few cups of coffee on your way to work. With access to these materials, regardless of your level of investment, you will also be receiving a complimentary download of our landmark track, The Sojourn Begins, as a thank you. So does this sound good to you? Well, what are you waiting for? If you are ready to join the thousands of others who have already committed to the final journey to access the next level, simply type Final Journey into the chat and you will be guided with further instructions. One thing I can promise you is that however massive your problems are, however abject and humiliating your life has become, I have created something so simple yet so profound in this program, you'll be absolutely flabbergasted by the results. Now, let's get back to the program. Namaste.
Namaste, everyone. Welcome back to the program, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie Tanner, host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the program with which we explore the universe, both inside and out, to unlock and unleash the power within. Yes. And that was a few words about our community of devoted light at patreon.com, hosting exclusive videos, monthly postcard, monthly downloads, etc., all of that for the price of a cup of coffee a month. Yes, it is generous. Yes, you're right. And yes, I am putting myself at a massive disadvantage. I'm putting so much lifeblood into this program that I'm giving it to you for such a paltry amount is almost self-harm. I'm basically cutting myself for you all.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer PhilZ74 to issue a psychic emergency. Cheer 300 Leslie Tanner pees out his butt, this is canon. Repeat. Cheer 300 Leslie Tanner pees out his butt, this is canon. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
Thank you so much, really appreciate that. Phil Z, I have peed out of my butt. I've also pooped out of my penis once. So the nurses didn't even care at the hospital. I was having a full-on crisis. I had to post pictures online in order to get any sort of attention, which I did. Namaste. So 708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. We are here at Explorations, and tonight we are discussing spite. Spite in our lives. How have we used it? How can we use it? And ultimately, how do we use this tool to thrust ourselves up closer yet to the next level that we speak about so frequently here at Explorations with Leslie Tanner? Namaste. I'm making a cup of tea. Namaste. Tetley works. Namaste. Cool. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. How's everyone doing, huh? How's everyone feeling? We're entering, that second part of the show where it evolves. We feel the ground below us shifting,
the post
evolving.
Office should have a hangout area. I would kill political officials to achieve this end.
I would. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
This is Phil.
Hey, Phil, how you doing, Phil?
I'm pretty well. How are you, my friend?
Phil, I'm on cloud nine. I'm having a fantastic evening.
Cloud nine.
Really.
Right past 7 and 8, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, something like that. I'm having a really fun night with my community, enjoying myself, but also working very hard alongside them to use the program to their advantage. And tonight we're discussing spite, Phil. When I say the word spite to you, what comes to mind, huh?
So something I was thinking about is usually I think of the new guy at work. So you hire somebody at work. You're just ha loser. You just get a scapegoat.
Right.
Just so it's less a lot of the callers are saying oh, they did this to me and I'm vengeful. No. You just want to fucking mess with somebody who doesn't deserve it. That's spite. So the real spite is like, oh, you just kind of push this one guy over. You kind of like, oh, sorry, buddy, fall over.
Right.
Make him fall over. You look at some like guy who doesn't know how to walk, and just like, oh, there you go. You just like topple him over just for fun. Or you're driving down the road, and you're driving a really fast car, and like there's some poor schlup who's just like worried about their life, and you're just like, oh, I'm gonna run you off the road. You know, that type of deal. That's more spiteful. It's way more impactful if you have no reason for doing it, as opposed to having justification. Justification just kind of ruins the whole thing. You know what I mean? Because then you're
interesting.
Like, oh, well,
so we're talking about.
Like, yeah.
So we're talking about, sort of we call that projection, Phil.
Mm-hmm.
So you're feeling angry or resentful or disappointed by someone in your life in the past.
Yes.
And we're feeling that, but we're not examining where it's coming from, and we are taking those feelings, projecting them onto someone else and being spiteful towards that person. Am I hearing you there?
Yes. Nice pinky ring, by the way.
Communal Vision, Stone Monster, thank you so much. This is from Borealis Black. Sounds like Phil is about to stroke out. Talking doesn't take that much mouth breathing? Question mark? That's from Stone Monster.
Well, I've been having a bit of an issue with my breathing. I was on the verge of an anxiety attack.
When was that?
Yesterday.
We're talking about an anxiety attack, and was it brought out by anything in particular, or just a generalized anxiety?
I've spoken about this before. I'm undergoing a drastic change in life with my move.
Right.
Around and,
weirdly enough, that's one of the that is one of the top stressful things that adults go through.
Yeah, like it's just like everything's like everybody's touching your stuff. Touching my stuff.
Touching your stuff. Have you ever thought about kind of flipping it and maybe talking to your, like they're touching your stuff that's got like a sexual tone to it a little bit, like they're violating you, and it's very stressful and it's violating your boundaries, but you can kind of turn it into like a sexy game, like turn it into like play. You know what I mean?
Ooh. So I hide a little donut and it's like a trail like Hansel and Gretel, and then I kind of pop out and touch their stuff.
Well, I mean,
like a German limerick, or what are those things called? Aesop's fables.
Well,
it's kind of like I hide behind it, and I'm like a witch, and I try to eat them.
I mean, that's one route you could take. What I was referring to, and let's so maybe we can blend our two approaches and maybe come up with something that's really appropriate for you. I was thinking more along the lines of, you're uncomfortable, but you trick yourself it's like, oh, I don't want this, don't touch me, but then you turn it into like, but maybe it's hot that I'm being touched against my will, and it's like, stop, but I'm powerless to stop it. You could do something like that.
Oh, and that's almost kind of spiteful. You turn it
spitefully become aroused.
Oh my God, that's genius.
Now, do you have a problem becoming aroused physically?
Well, you know what? If I think hard enough, it just moves. You just gotta work. You power through, right?
So is that a yes or a no?
No trouble.
No trouble. So you get hard as rock.
Yeah, it just takes a cool breeze, or even the sound of a baseball hitting a bat will make it move.
Wow. Yeah, Flying Vita bringing a really fun callback. Hate Fuck City. Interesting. So here we are again. Visionary message from Batman Hate Fuck City. Arrow, okay, some say that the best revenge is a life well lived. What about living life well out of spite? And I'll throw that to you, Phil. What do you think about that? I have my thoughts, but...
It sounds like a cop-out to me.
Yeah, it does. It sounds like you're...
stupid idea.
I know. It's kind of a baby shit thing to say.
Yeah,
Hypocryptomatic, thank you so much for the subscription. Explorer, addicted to porn, not a good person. Hypocryptomatic, namaste to you. Thank you so much for that sub. Really generous. No comment. Extremely generous of you. Thank you so much. Now, yeah, so Arrow OK is crying, and that's not really our problem.
Yeah, I know. We're just. I'm telling it like it is. It's kind of a baby move, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Next thing you're gonna tell me is like, oh, raising a family is something I should be like happy about.
Right, I know. But tell me, you're a father who resents his children and his family. So, how often do you find yourself parenting out of spite?
Like every day. Like it's hard not to spite your children.
So sometimes your engine is running
that's
fully on
general default mode is fighting my children. Yeah.
So in the
general mode,
unleaded diesel spite. You're running on spite.
First gear spite. Second gear vengeance or like rage, and then third gear prison or something along those lines. But generally never really leaves.
So in prison, third gear, we're talking about murdering your family, just to be clear.
No, more just like everybody is like really concerned, and they just lock me up for the safety of everybody's.
So you haven't thought about murdering your family.
More of a safety.
You have though, right? You've thought about murdering your family.
Well, in the way that murder like love them to death, maybe I think.
Right, like just too much. It becomes like this confluence of resentment and love, and maybe just
like you make them too much turkey, or let them drink at a younger age and have them drive themselves off a cliff.
Yeah, or at the very least, you give them brain damage.
Right. It's a long play. It's more of a long play.
I mean, and that's the chessboard for you as a parent. You get you have all those tools available to you. You get to really. Sort of mete out the destruction as it is expressed in their lives. If you want to do short, you want to do long, completely up to you. And you have a whole life's experience to inform your decision in real time. Couldn't ask for a greater gift than that. Call me out with a communal vision.
I've tortured. Oh, good.
Phil, your nose air is blowing into the mic. I can live with it, but I thought you should know. That is the most passive-aggressive thing I've read in a while.
Well, I like to breathe heavily. It's kind of a thing. I don't know if maybe you can't call me out. I've not heard my calls before.
Wow. Namaste. Okay, so listen. You're sort of our resident parental authority. We get some parents calling up, but you're the one who calls. You're a moderator. You've been around the program for a long time. You're the de facto parental authority. So insofar as you are that, Hypocryptomatic with a communal vision, can't wait to read this. Leave Phil alone. His nose isn't good at the main thing.
Yeah, it's good at other things like, use your imagination.
Well, just eating pussy?
Well, I don't want to.
Are you articulate?
My hand. I don't want to.
Are you good at going down and then using your nose up top?
Yeah, you get a thunder down under and a little tickle in the.
So you do the wiggler down here, and then up top you let that schnoz type away, type a love letter.
You think of that as like a double-edged sword.
Right, I love that. I love thinking about you, very gently, articulately peeling back a clitoral hood with your nose, and your wife going fucking nuts. All respect and nothing but love. Hypocryptomatic with 100. Well, Stone Monster first, actually. 1 second. Phil, your nose air is blowing into the mic. I can't live with it, but I can't live without it.
Should I just do some deep breathing exercises for everybody? Will that make everybody feel good? Is that?
It's not your job to make everybody feel good. Let them go. Let them wiggle around.
Fight you. Listen to me breathe, you bastards.
Hippocryptomatic with 100 bits. Noses don't eat pee. Guru, is this a new pledge? I don't really know what that means. I mean, when you're eating pussy, you're not like eating it like a hamburger. You're doing other stuff. You have your mouth and you're manipulating. So your nose is eating pussy. You don't need teeth to eat pussy. Craigulators, we made sure Phil keeps breathing into the mic so we know he is still breathing. Is that accurate?
Well, that's what my doctor tells me to do. He says call people. It's like a little check-in, you know, because people worry about me. So you got to do the old check-in. You got to do like, you know what I mean? What do they call that? The old onesie twosie. You got to call and you got to check in with your loved ones, make sure you're still alive.
Yeah.
Life alert.
So it's like a low-tech life alert. You're breathing into the mic.
Yes.
On your headset.
It's a struggle.
Hippocryptomatic with a communal vision. Can't wait to read this perspective.
I'm also lifting weights right now, by the way. So
how do you keep the sun out? Says Hippocryptomatic. How do you keep the sun out? I'll throw this to you, Phil, and then we'll move on. Phil, how do we keep the sun out?
Well, I mentally keep the sun out. I have this ability to remove all people's voices from my head. It's an amazing thing. But you could also try like a blanket. I recommend, a nice down, goose down would help. But for me personally, I don't need it. I've got a mental blanket, but it's taken years to perfect. Trust me, people don't like it when I do it. They don't like it when I just like totally shut down and the whole sun goes down, and it's amazing though. It works for me.
Beautiful. Well, Phil, thank you so much for sharing. You did that thing. You play little riddle games.
I'm going to breathe a few more times in the microphone out of spite.
Yes, absolutely. Let's go. Do it. Beautiful. Namaste. 7 Dragon Ball with a communal vision. Phil, can you breathe a little harder into the mic? I am still trying to gauge your blood sugar levels. Can you breathe a little harder into the mic? Yeah, we could. We could get like a. Maybe he's doing keto. Maybe we could get some millimoles per liter. You live alone, but you really never alone with Life Alert, Phil. Stone Monster 400. Now that's a nice catchphrase. There's a lot of pick up and go to that phrase, and I really appreciate that, Stone. I don't know if I can ever enjoy someone going to town on me again, says VJP Cat. Is there something that we said that ruined it for you? Arrow, okay. That was a good one. Phil Z with a communal vision. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for this perspective, Phil. The nose knows. I believe it. I mean, he's got kids. He's experienced. Namaste, caller. Welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you?
Namaste, Leslie. It's Borealis. How you doing?
Borealis. I'm doing wonderfully tonight, Borealis. How are you tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm about to take my big 2-week trip moving the family. So I'm just soaking it in tonight. And I'm really loving tonight's topic because I think I'm going to be feeling and using a lot of spite over the next couple of weeks. So
yes, ma'am, you are. Yes, you are. You're kind of honestly a perfect theme for you based on our call the other night in which you're basically you're taking weeks out of your life to do a service to a family member, and goddamn if you aren't doing it through spite, huh?
You better believe it.
Wow. Like a camel reaching into his second stomach in the middle of a desert, you now dip into your reservoir of spite to aid a family member. Now, take us into this experience. Set the table for us. Those of us that didn't get to hear, exactly what's going on. Just give us a brief explanation of the situation that you're heading into these next couple of weeks.
Well, my mom's getting up there. She's almost 80, and she made our lives a living hell living down here for about 7 years or so, and then we pushed her off on my brother up in South Carolina for a while, and it only took them 3 years. They've had it. So all three of us siblings are getting together to move her like halfway across the country. And then she can't bother any of us anymore. She's on her own. So
kind of just sending her off. So you don't particularly get along. You don't feel indebted to her. She didn't exactly stick the landing as a mother. So now it's time to send that old bitch off on one of those on a little iceberg thing that you send her off into the ocean, basically.
Yeah, right. Let's set her off on her own little plank.
Yeah.
Bye.
Make sure she, give her some granola bars. I hear that the ones from Trader Joe's are highly sought after. Stick a couple of those in her knapsack and send her off into the abyss.
Right.
and she'll call you. She'll call you from over there. And how often do you speak to her on the old horn, huh?
Well, after we moved her out of down here, I kind of went on radio silence for the most part for a while.
Sure.
And then I kind of eased back in. But she's got her own ringtones and stuff. She's got like circus music plays when she calls. and if it's a text, it's just like a short like clown nose, like a.
Does this kind of trigger any sort of PTSD reaction when you hear that little text sound? Because like, oh, Christ.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but at least, I've got a little bit of warning. I can decide whether or not I want to pretend like I saw it or not. So she's the reason I took the red receipts off all my texts, because I'm like, I can't have people thinking that I care. I cared enough to read that like wall of text that just came in. So one of the things I find was interesting about tonight's topic, and it's been touched on just a little bit in the chat, but like the origins of spite, like what kind of makes that up, and how it's different from vengeance or any semblance of justice. And it for me, it hinges so much more on like a deep-seated pettiness and like a begrudging stubbornness in there. And I feel like that's where spite really does some of its best work.
Quickly, Stone Monster 400 for the 2 gifted subs, both to VJP Cat and MX Star. Namaste, meeting the needs of explorers, expressing what they need in their lives to really let this program affect their lives in the most impactful way. And thank you so much, Stone. I really appreciate that. Now, take me into this that what you just described, Borealis. The zone, the specific, in your experience, the specific context in which spite is the most effective. This sounds like it comes from experience.
It does. Well, I learned all of it from my mother, actually. So
wonderful.
And she's really kind of a master at all of those things. And I had a chance to really study it firsthand, and I'm like, oh, it explains so much about my childhood. Like once I lived with her as an adult, I'm like, oh shit, okay, so she wasn't just being a mom. Like she's legit fucking nuts. So that was a relief, because a lot of things that maybe I thought as a child, now I'm like, okay, that wasn't me. That was really fucked up. So now I get to remove myself from it. I'm like, okay, yes. I don't really owe her anything, at this point, right?
Yes,
so,
absolutely.
This is just going to be all for spite. I have been getting a little bit of side. I don't know. I guess we'd call it a little bit of Schadenfreude. Just watching my brothers still try to like face it head on and thinking they're doing the right thing, and then she gaslights the shit out of them.
You know, that's a lesson that can only that's a lesson that can only be learned the hard way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Because they're sitting on their own gold mine of spite. Once they tap in, it's better that it'd be better if it was sooner than later. Because
I can't think of a better time really than like a long road trip when we're all like stuck together.
Well, that also puts you in a position of leadership then, huh, Borealis? Mm-hmm. With your siblings. To be openly spiteful towards your mother when they're still trying to be good little boys. But you sort of setting an example showing, listen, this is what is possible through the power of spite. And sort of in your own way, sort of spreading the light of this program by which we've transformed our lives, huh?
And they don't even know. They don't even realize it.
They don't.
The power of the program.
They don't realize it, but maybe they will one day through your bearing witness.
Someday maybe we will. I'll wave to you as we pass through Chicago on our way back to New York.
Please do. I'll feel the excitement in the air. You'll sort of upset some of the airwaves. That whatever. What's that called? Where you butterfly's wings does kills a. I don't know.
If a butterfly flaps his wings, it starts a wave to something like that.
And somebody
croaks.
Somebody dies. Somebody gets hit by a truck.
Not a specific Chinese person, but just someone in China.
Like a good mom gets hit by a truck or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Namaste. Well, listen, Borealis, when are we leaving on the trip?
I'm leaving in the morning.
Damn, right on.
Yeah, I'm leaving first thing in the morning. I fly to the East Coast, and then all the fun begins.
Mm-hmm.
And I've actually made it clear that I'm not in charge of anything, and I'm not going to move anything. I'm clearly just a driver. I'm happy to do some supervision of people that are doing work, but that's it. So the rest of it, I'm just there I'm a driver, and I'm there to kind of poke quietly behind the scenes at the wounds that I see others suffering.
Well, and especially with your brothers, I want them to tap into that power that they're just kind of ignoring. That that once they allow themselves to accept that I'm not going to be a perfect little son. I'm not going to be a perfect little good little boy. I'm gonna tap into my very adult, very real, very powerful reservoir of energy vibrating through me, screaming, yearning to be let out. So keep us abreast. Listen, I know you got a busy couple weeks ahead of you, but if you got some time to just keep us abreast of how the trip's going and specifically how your brothers are evolving along with their spite, getting to see your direct example at such a crucial time.
I can't wait. I'm actually really excited.
I am too. Well, listen, Borealis, I really appreciate you calling up and just chiming in with us before you take off in the morning.
All right, man. Well, safety to all. Namaste, and use that spite. Don't bury it. Let it flourish. Let go.
Beautiful. Namaste. I love that. Bless you.
Namaste. Have a great night.
Have a good night. Namaste. Bye. Wow. Wonderful. Love to speak to Borealis. Great call. Love to speak to Borealis. Listen, if the hot dog stops working, I could give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Eat shit and die. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
Hey, Wiki Wilbur. Hey, there, Guru.
Holy moly. Hey, Wiki. How you doing tonight, Wick?
I'm having a pretty good night there.
Me too. Honestly, me too, Wiki. It's good to hear. It's good to hear from you. How's life been these past couple days? How was your weekend?
Oh, it was really fun. I got drunk, drank ate some hamburgers, had a good time with my friends. We kicked it all around the neighborhood. We was planting our flag in every little bar stool we could get our butts in. Woo! It was a good weekend. That was a fun one.
Communal vision from Phil Z. Hot dogs are the least intelligent of the food groups. Yeah, I would have to, I like eating a hot dog. It's just become a banner for so much toxicity, so much disrespect in the community. I just need everybody to understand. The production team that put the fucking hot dog back on the screen has been fired. And measures will be put in place for Thursday that if you do hot dogs, you're going to get in trouble. You will receive a punishment. You're going to get a spanking.
You're gonna get a spanking.
Your little butt's going to get spanked raw. Okay, well.
Spank your belly wet, Guru.
Wiki, interesting. Tonight's theme, spite, has been a productive one for us tonight. However, I'm interested to speak to you about it because, honestly, Wiki, and I don't think I'm alone in this. Data Pagan with 100 bits and a communal vision. Can't wait to read this. Don't threaten me with a good time, Guru, says Data Pagan. So Data Pagan is saying, spank me, Leslie, spank my little butt raw. Namaste. Well, we'll see. It won't be pleasant. Hypocryptomatic. We'll see we'll see on Thursday what happens. We'll see how that turns out. Wiki, we are on Dan attack. You ever seen a croc in the swamp?
In the swamp? Yeah, you see them crocodile. Them little boys be swapping around.
Mm-hmm.
You got to come up from behind them. And then you got to pinch that jaw closed and you got to rub it on the belly. You can get them to go to bedtime, though. You just sing them a whoa, bow. You tape their mouth shut and you blow them over and you rub them on the belly. Those crocodiles, they're fun. But if they get over that ankle or that elbow when you're trying to run, ooh, that's a pincher. That's a pincher.
That's a danger. Yep, that is a danger for sure. Now, Wiki, as I was saying just a moment ago, I'll bet I'm not alone in that when I think of Wiki Wiva, I don't necessarily think of a spiteful person. I think of a generally, affable, accessible, positive person. Now, that's the impression that we all have on the outside. But tell me this, Wiki. What role does spite play in your life?
Well, it bubbled up a lot of feelings in me when we talking about that spite there, Guru. And it brought up a long memory of a long time ago. It brings up a name called Maverick. It was a little boy lived about 4 blocks over. And I used to go over there. He's a witch boy. His daddy got him a Fender Stratocaster and had him going to guitar lessons. And I saw him come out with his old Gorilla amp. And he was playing the hit song from Poison. Smoking in the boy room. And he was doing all this front poach. And I was so jealous. And I said, that little motherfucker, I'm going to spite him. And one day I'm going to chop his head playing guitars. We're going to do a head chopping, a proper head chopping. I'm going to take him down to the local bar. We're going to guitar play it out because that little bitch, he may have it all. He may have a witch daddy. He even had his own, had his own little sandbox. And no kid in our neighborhood had a sandbox. This motherfucker had a sandbox. A cool-ass sandbox. Building sandcastles and shit in his backyard. To which...
And how did that make you feel, Wiki? How did that make you feel?
I wanted it. It made me feel, like a wheel. It made me feel like a worm.
A worm.
I was like crawling on the ground when I saw him playing that hit song from that Poison group. Smoking in the boy room. No. He was up there playing on his front porch, and all the little girls from the neighborhood were all dancing and singing, and they were all praising him. I was like, one day I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you, Maverick. I'm coming for you. I'm gonna chop that head. You wait and see. And that day forward, I got my acoustic guitar from my call. I sat down and I started, I'm gonna do this walk and roll. I'm gonna do the walk and roll the right way, and nobody ain't gonna stop me. So take that, fucking Maverick. The spite wins. Spite will win in the end.
Phil Z, I had a brown sandbox. It was either mud or poop. And
I knew a little boy named Charles B. Wilson. He had made many mud poops.
There was a kid in my neighborhood. He was disabled, and his parents made him poop outside.
I did see something awful one time. These older boys in my neighborhood, there was a little gang, and they one time found some poop, and they mushed it up real good and turned it to a square. And this little girl named Wally, her name was Wally, and she wasn't a very smart girl. They made her think that was a Hershey bar, and they even wrote Hershey in it, and they squared up the dog poop, and she took 3 or 4 bites before she realized she was eating a doo-doo.
Oh my gosh. It's the Jazz Express time, Wiki. Would you mind holding on for just a moment? Namaste, I'll be right back. Hypocryptomatic with a communal vision to set off this hype train. Deaf herps. Namaste to you. Let's get this Jazz Express rolling along its tracks, tooting along, delivering what we need at this late hour of our exploration together. Blessings to you. I really hate this. I wish this would stop. Namaste. Blessings to you, Phil Z, getting a 1-month sub. It all costs money. Blessings to you, AE Rook, 2,072 bits. Extremely generous of you. 100 bits doo-doo train from Phil Z. Doesn't like jazz, and I knew that. Sit back and relax, guys, because this is just getting started. Settle up. It's the Jazz Express. Toot toot. Namaste. Blessings to you. Phil Z gifting a blessings to you. What a beautiful night we're having. Settling up. You know, some interesting stuff that's been brought up tonight about spite. Some very interesting stuff. I can see that hunger and that thirst in the community tonight. I don't think it's an accident that we're just seeing it come out. That angry dog, that thirsty camel, that feisty little raccoon, that horny tiger, come out tonight at the hint of spite. Spite, like I said at the beginning, is a undervalued emotion. Spite can deliver us from boredom at the workplace, anyway from a life or death situation. Tell me, ladies and gentlemen, have you ever thought about ending it? In the depths of darkness, questioning why you go on. And as you hit that rock bottom, what you find there waiting for you, motivating you, animating you, is spite. Knowing that God created you from nothingness, burdened you, maligned you, to fill his narcissistic needs. And you know that by eating food, not screaming out for salvation, spitefully accepting the burden of existence, eating your little nacho platter, namaste, animates you. In that moment, it's your friend. Blessings to you. Let's keep it going. Fuck you, MX Star. Namaste. AE Rook gifting out 10 community subs. Blessings to you. As if you know, this Jazz Express isn't here just for any simple little thing. It's not here as a simply vain exercise. No. This is the sugarcoating that allows the pill of this program to go down that defiant little gullet of yours. As spite threatens to destroy your life, as some of you like Randy threaten, say "fuck you, Leslie," and they say you say these negative things. But this jazz, allow it to put a little bit of lube on a finger and put its finger in your ass. Let it happen. Shut up. Namaste. Let's go. Toot toot. Namaste. Looking at 6 bits from Old Man Doom. Phil Z, pants removal commencing. Phil Z is full jacking off, and we know he doesn't have a problem getting hard. So you can imagine what sort of hellish scenario that is for some of us, but a very exciting scenario is for many others as well. If you can imagine in your mind's eye what Phil looks like based on that voice, based on that heavy breathing, based on the sort of labored way in which he sort of just goes from moment to moment. If that sort of shit turns you on, you better be turned down right now because he's full jacking. Hypocryptomatic, never tootly do unless you know the consequences. That's very special. Appreciate that. Bunch of Poo TOS. Namaste. Thank you so much for the official follow. Welcome. Hypocryptomatic dig. Blessings. Now let's keep it going, guys. We're just getting started. It's that late night hour. It's that put the kids to bed. Let's have some adult fun with each other. I'm talking about sensual healing. I'm talking about spiritual expression. I'm saying about the body through the mind through the body. Let it all hang out. Get physically sort of deepened and sort of mentally, spiritually aroused. What does your penis or pussy look like, spiritually speaking, as the arousal reaches its peak, it dips to the climax and fully blossoms as a flower into itself, in the world, individually as a collective as well. Namaste. That in 5 community subs. Blessings to you. Let's keep it going. Toot toot. Oh, my sweet Lord Christ. Arrow OK gives me out 10 more subs. Blessings to you. Holy moly, so very generous of you, Arrow. Blessings to you on this gorgeous evening of evenings. Phil Z with 100 bits. Looks like I'm going to have to break out my tassels. We're talking about putting tassels on his nipples. If you can imagine a man behind a keyboard watching this stream fully jacking off, just watching this man express himself through the majesty of jazz. It's sort of the SS jazz sort of passing by, fully engorged, fully married, fully fathered man just expressing himself both sensually, spiritually. Namaste. You can listen to NPR for so long, you can listen to some goddamn jazz on NPR for so long, but it's only going to go so far. Those people are spiritually dead. Spiritually dead. A couple weeks ago, I listened to NPR for, about 25 minutes while I was working on my car. At one point, I had a cup full of hot oil. And at some point during the NPR transmission that I was listening to, I poured the hot oil onto my naked thighs and just let it singe and burn through many layers of skin. I didn't scream. The pain felt ecstatic. To be freed from the shared repression of our brothers and sisters of National Public Radio. Namaste. They can play jazz, but to what end? Where are they leading you? Do they even know? Can they even answer that? I can. I'm leading you to the next level, ladies and gentlemen. Every note that I play, every phrase that I utter, another tool, another pathway, another chance for you to take another step on your path as it unfurls from your heart. Namaste. Let's keep it going. Namaste. Holy moly, Arrow OK going absolutely ape shit, slapping that thick fat cock on the table, saying deal with it. Saying deal with it. Here's what I came with. Here's my support. Here's me grabbing the reins and making sure this program meets my needs on an individual level, but also the group in a collective sense as well through the majesty of the SS, the Jazz, the sort of ship of the yacht of Jazz that I'm sharing with you. Blessings to you. Extremely generous. I'm looking at Arrow OK gifting 20 community subs. Phil Z with 100 bits. Phil Z, I'm putting my pants back on and cutting them into buttless chaps. So if you could imagine, if I'm thinking about the shape, Old Man Doom with 1 bit saying I'm contributing to not nearly as much as these other people, but it's cute. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Old Man Doom. Every penny counts. Every little bit counts, going directly into the compound fund. You know that as well as anyone. So, Phil, though, if you can imagine a man, I've never seen what Phil's ass looked like, but I'm imagining like that sort of, the ass that goes like maybe a little inward. So, you're looking at I'm imagining a naked man in assless chaps, and I'm seeing it from the back, and I see that little butt crack. With the size of the rest of the fella, and I'm kind of confused for like half a second before I realize what's going on, if I'm being perfectly honest. Final FU Fugu, I would like to promote Spite for Centerpoint Energy and the city of Houston. Namaste to you. Very beautiful message, and I appreciate you sharing that. Welcome, Sunshine Melody. Blessings to you. What a perfect time to join the community. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. Namaste. I'm going to go ahead and keep tooting along. You guys just sit back and either enjoy or just don't enjoy. And both of them will get you to where you need to be through the program of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. I'm Leslie Tanner, 22. I wish this would stop. Girl, it keeps on going. VJ PCAT demanding this reach level 10. Love that excitement, VJ PCAT. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Phil Z gifting a single sub. Hot Rod coming in with 1 bit. Will not get you a hype train emo, and this is my Twitch earnings for the last month. Now I'm going to say to you, very generous of you. All I ask of you is all that you have to offer. Namaste. Stone Monster, 100 bits. Tiny ass crack. Your mama smoked crack rock. Blessings. Stone Monster, appreciate that. Namaste. And we have done it, everyone. Blessings to you. Wow, what a journey that was. What a nice little late night journey that was we got to take together, huh? Oh my God, what a treat it is to give you the tools you need. Now let's go ahead, open it back up, and we have a psychic emergency. Wiki, Wiki, I'm going to pull you back in for the psychic emergency, and then I got that question that I always ask for you. All right, bud?
All right, Guru.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer Pepperoncini to issue a psychic emergency. Cheer 300. The hot dog from earlier didn't sit right with me. I am feeling like I am gonna throw up. It sounds like nom 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 om. Nom 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 om. Nom 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 om. Nom 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 om. Nom 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 om. Nom 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 om. Nom 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 om. Nom 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 om. Nom 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 om. Nom 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 nom.
Oh, we were rated by Everything Now show?
Cheer 300. The hot dog from earlier didn't sit right with me.
Oh,
I am
shit.
feeling like I am gonna throw up. It sounds like nom 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 nom.
This is such an annoying thing that you did, Pepperoncini. Namaste to you. Raiders, I don't even know. I was just so in the zone delivering jazz music. Everything Now show. Thank you so much for the raid. Blessings to our boys at the Everything Now show. Namaste to you. Namaste to the Raiders. Welcome. Welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie Tanner, host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the program with which we explore the universe, both inside and out, to unlock and unleash the power within. Blessings to you. It's so good to have you guys. Thank you so much for joining us on our humble exploration to the universe beyond. It's wonderful to have you. And how was the stream? I know hopefully some of you are still around. How was the end of that stream? What kind of energy have we been impregnated with? Because certainly whenever Everything Now show comes in with a raid, that energy is hitting our back wall, so to speak. Sort of like we are entered in by the Everything Now show, phallically, spiritually, certainly a terse, rigid member entering our zone and spurting something. And it's important to know what kind of energy that has been shared with us. And all the women were pregnant, actually. They had a kid running around. We're getting preggers up in here. Hot dog makes me, there was a ghost baby. Leslie loves the bull milk. I need to know just maybe like a quality thing. Was it good or bad? You know, because sometimes, I don't know, you guys, you know how improv goes. Sometimes you swing. Sometimes the audience doesn't feel the performer. Sometimes the performer, who knows? There's so many things that can happen. All right, so let's just go with there's a ghost baby. If they kill the kid, that's probably good. Because they're not, that show, you guys aren't somebody who is just going to stumble on that image. If you get to that image, you got out to that image. Namaste. Blessings. Okay, it was good. We had a good time. We had a good time over there. Wonderful. Namaste. And Wiki is a trooper. Wiki, how are you doing?
I'm doing great tonight there, Guru. I'm having a good time, man. How do you follow a jazz swing like that? That was some jizzy jazz right there. I can't follow that, boss.
No, Wiki Wiva, you know what I'm about to ask, and I got to hear it. Now, you're in a completely different wavelength, a whole different situation, and I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you for it because I know everyone's going to go wild for it. Now, everyone's so excited to hear from you. Wiki, talk to me. You're a singer-songwriter. You're very prolific, very talented. I always ask at the end of these calls if you have something to share with us because I always want to hear it, and I know everyone wants to hear it too. So, Wiki, I ask humbly, would you share something with us if you've got something at the ready?
I can do one for you, Guru. We've been working on this one in the band. It's a cover song, though, and it's a oldie but a goodie. It's a little spiteful. I think it's a spiteful. It's about some rock and rollers, and they try to create a little spite where they live.
Oh, my God. Okay. Some spiteful rock and rollers. I love that. So listen, I've paused the music on my end. Spiffy person, namaste to you, and welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. Please enjoy the tools and benefits that you now experience and have at your disposal as a formal member of the program. Blessings to you. And Wiki, I went ahead and paused the music on my end. I'm going to go ahead and take the overlay down even. Talk to me. Talk to me about some songs. Sing me a little song.
Yes, sir, Mr. Guru. We're going to do one. It Walk the Casbah. And this is an oldie. I don't know how many people know this one, but the bass player, our new bass player, said we should do some more covers. So we're going to add this one in there. It's going to be a good one, I think. It's called Walk the Casbah. And it goes a little something like this. And it's from the band The Quash. The Quash. Yeah, I like those guys when I heard that song. A one, 2, 3. Bow, wow, 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 wow. Bum, 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 bum. Now the king told the boogeyman, you have to let that wagon drop. The oil down the desert way has been shaken to the top. She drove his Cadillac. He went a-cruising down the Ville. The musin was a-standing on the radiator grill. Ooh, shall we don't like it? Boom, boom, boom. Walk the Casbah, walk the Casbah. Shall we don't like it? Boom, boom, boom. Walk the Casbah, walk the Casbah by order of the prophet. We band that boogie sound, degenerate the faithful with that crazy Casbah sound. But the better when they bought out the electric camel drum, the local guitar picker, and guitar picking some. Soon as the sheriff cleared the square, they began to wail. Shall we the white cat? Boom, boom, boom. Walk the Casbah, walk the Casbah. Shall we the white cat? Boom, boom, boom. Walk the Casbah, walk the Casbah. The king called up his fighter jets. Pew, pew. He said, you better earn your pay. Drop your bombs between the minarets down the Casbah way. As soon as that your weave was shot foot out of there, the jet pilots turned to the cockpit radio blare. Soon the sheriff was out of the hair. The pilots wailed. Shall we don't like it? Boom, boom, boom. Walk the Casbah, walk the Casbah. Shall we don't like it? Walk the Casbah, walk the Casbah. And that's the first verse of that one there, Guru.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Guys, can we make some noise in the chat for Wiki's rendition of Walk the Casbah by The Quash? Namaste. Beautiful stuff tonight, Wiki. I know you were unsure of how it would be received, but I absolutely adore your covers, Wiki.
Well, the band want to do more cover tunes. We got to get into some of these local bars and grills and do a little bit of things. And sometimes they don't want to hear original. They want to hear the old rock and roll song, and they want to hear some of their favorites. So we try and practice up for the Geared Up tour around this little place we're going to be doing. We're going to be going on tour soon.
We're going on tour? When are you going on tour?
Oh, it's coming up in the next 2 months. It's going to be the after summer tour. And it's called Lay It Down Low, Bring It Up High, Show Your Titties, everybody. We're going to have a party tonight.
Oh, that's the name of the tour?
Yeah, it's kind of long.
I love that. I love that. Don't change a word about that. I love that, all that whole stuff. I think everyone's going to be really excited to read that on a T-shirt, see that on a flyer. They're going to want to be a part of that energy.
Oh, it's going to be a good time. We're going to party. We're going to party down.
Well, we can only hope that we each get a little piece of Wiki near our towns where we live in the United States. Phil Z, Wiki, sometimes you got to do the missionary to get to the next level. Am I right?
if it behooves you to hold the others in such a way as you got to do the missionary, then you got to do the missionary sometimes. Sometimes you got to hold them others in such a way where you got to get on the missionary, get to the next level.
Absolutely.
You don't get it every other way.
I'm not saying a goddamn thing about that. I'm leaving that alone because I thought you said whatever you said was music. You say music, you sing music, you play music with your mouth, you play your little drums and your guitars and what have you. Old Man Doom with 100 bits and a perspective. Wiki, could you say the name of that tour again real quick?
Oh, you talking about the power hour for the up and down, slapping it around, show your titties, and we're going to have some fun in the city?
Yeah, that's the one.
That's on the back of the T-shirt. That's on the back of the T-shirt. With all the, the towns we're going to.
Oh, I'm such a fan of that. Well, Wiki, thank you so much for being with us tonight, for sharing, also being such a trooper on hold for so long while I expressed myself as well.
Oh, that was a pleasure, good. I was just my ears were filled with golden notes. That was a really, really special performance, and I'll never forget that.
Coming from you.
I love you guys. Namaste. Keep the rock and roll hands up in the sky.
Namaste,
Don't give
Wiki.
up. And remember, spite your neighbors, spite your friends, and spite those who are better than you, you will become.
I love that. Namaste, Wiki. Bless you tonight. Namaste.
Bless y'all.
Wow, what a wonderful call. I absolutely loved visiting. I always love visiting with Wiki Wiva. Namaste. What a blessing that he is to everyone who gets to hear his talents. Oh my gosh, I am moved. I am absolutely moved right now. Namaste to you. And namaste to all callers, for we have reached the end of our stream tonight, unfortunately. Unfortunately, we've reached the end of our stream together tonight. Beautiful Tuesday night stream as we stayed focused tonight. We explored spite, how to use it in our lives, where it can get us, when to use it, different applications. We got to hear from many of you using it at the workplace, using it with your family, as a parent, as a child of an aging parent, sending your parent off on one of those tiny little icebergs into the abyss and saying, later, bitch. And then we got to hear from parent Phil Z. We got to hear from Jen set us on kind of a weird note at the very beginning. Hot dog, says Echo Lightwave Unspeakable. Well, listen, guys, just as a final thing about that, the hot dog's going. I fired my production team. The hot dog's fully leaving the screen for Thursday. You want to fuck around and see what happens when you invoke the hot dog Thursday, you're going to get a spanking, to put it lightly. Phil Z, I have a self-drawn picture of Wiki that I keep on my dresser. Beautiful. Thanks, Phil. Appreciate that. Namaste. Thanks for sharing that. And I can only imagine how beautiful that picture is, both in your mind but also in reality. So, guys, just a warning for Thursday. You can write to me, Leslie Tanner, P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois 60647. I love getting your mail, love getting your postcards, love getting your packages. Send me something, why don't you? P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois 60647. Namaste to you. Well, guys, beautiful night. And once again, if you want to fuck around with hot dog on Thursday, you're going to start getting a punishment. I'm going to code up a little punishment. So if you fuck around with hot dog, then not only is the hot dog not going to show up on screen, I fired my entire production team because they kind of did a little coup d'etat. Well, the big dog's sitting on top of the hill and the big dog's shit rolls downhill. So fuck my production team and fuck everyone who thinks that they can come into my community, come onto my streams and upset the hierarchy. No, there's a pecking order here, and guess what? It's my name. That's on the bottom of this. Phil Z gifting a sub to Plagued by Society. Namaste to you. Thank you so much. And Echo Lightwave, try that shit on Thursday. We'll see what happens. You might get a spanking. You might get a spanking on Thursday. Everyone's getting a spanking that tries this hot dog bullshit. Namaste. But to end on a more positive note, namaste to all of you. I want to say thank you to my moderators. As always, you guys ever vigilant, ever watching, I always know that this community is in good hands, in your hands. So namaste to you. Also want to say thank you to my community of devoted light at patreon.com. Coming out of last month, the community of devoted light has grown exponentially, and the lives of those touched by the materials that can be found in the community of devoted light at patreon.com, their lives are also growing exponentially. Namaste to each and every single one of you. Absolutely gorgeous souls who have decided to share your light and also give the light its ability to shine even farther. Blessings to you on this gorgeous night. I really appreciate you. We'll be back Thursday, guys. We'll be back Thursday night with a very special stream. Again, heads up, Hot Dog is going to be going bye-bye, and anybody that fucks around is going to get a spanking. But namaste. In the meantime, let's take this energy. Let's take this energy of light. Let's take this energy of spiritual clarity over to the Uncle Joe show. Namaste. Lord knows they need it over there. Lord knows anybody, chimed into the Uncle Joe show at this time of night. We've seen what kind of knuckleheads are hanging out over there. Certainly they need the light and what we bring. So guys, namaste to you. I am already missing you, and I'm already cherishing when we get to spend time with each other once again on Thursday evening. Namaste to you guys. I'll see you guys very soon. Fuck you, MX Star. Namaste to namaste to YouTube, you guys. I love you guys. We're gonna get so sensual over there soon, someday. Blessing.